So today I'm going to show you how to screen record directly from your desktop. So what we're actually doing is seeing my actual desktop. This is my animated screensaver right now that's going on. And I want to show you how you can actually be able to share whatever you want on screen. So I'm actually going to go ahead and in real time move over my audio into the screen. I have two monitors, but you could also do this if you just have one. You'll just have to minimize anything you don't want on screen. So this is my actual audio that's being recorded for this video. So let's take you step by step on this. We're actually doing this with a software called Streamlabs Desktop. And so this is going to be the software we're currently using. If you want to go ahead and utilize this as well, obviously to be able to go through the steps here, to be able to utilize this same setup as well too. Now, what we're going to do is have that software downloaded. I'll show you what the icon looks like. Let me move this off screen here for a second, just so you can kind of see and be sure that you're getting the same thing. This is what the application looks like. I'm just moving it around right over here so you can see. So it's Streamlabs OBS. I'm going to put it back in the spot that I had it. Now, once you download it, it's completely free to utilize. And then I'm going to move the actual software onto the screen. It's going to be a little jarring for a second because what you're going to see is kind of like not a reflection, but like a replica. So I'm going to move this on in. So you're going to see this. It's, again, a little jarring at first, but no worries. We're still going to be able to get a lot of this done. Now, what we're going to be seeing right over here is our screen. And then you can see since it's recording the screen, it's recording itself over and over and over again. But here in Streamlabs, we're actually just doing our screen only. That's the current scene that we're in. And so for us, this is where we're going to start. We're going to create this scene. You can hit the little plus sign here to add a new scene, label it screen only, or if you want to do screen with a camera, you can do that as well too. And then what we're going to do over here on the sources side is be able to add a source. So for us right over here, you can see this one right here. It says display capture. If I actually hide it, it just shows the backdrop, which is a photo that we have added on there. So I'm going to turn that back on. You're going to see that pop back up here in real time. And then last thing real quick too is the mixer. This is the audio that we are taking in from the same overall section because our mic is added in our sources here. So these are just different scenes on the left. This is all the sources. And then this is the audio that you can see going on. And then as we're going to go through the steps on how to get this all set up, once you actually go and do that, then we're going to hit record like you see us doing right here. And in the settings, we have it set to a certain file. So once it's done recording, it'll just hop right over into that file. Now for us, we have the screen capture right over here. But if you didn't already have it, so if you don't have a source here, you're going to click on add new source. And it's going to give you all of these different sections over here that you're going to be able to see in real time. Now, what you're going to want to do is look for the display capture. I was going to say screen capture, but display capture. So right over here. And this will actually tell you what it supports, primary monitor or secondary monitor. We're going to click on add source. Now from here, this is already telling us sources we have added. Now, if you don't actually have a source added, what you're going to want to do is click on add a brand new source instead. So if you tab over here, you can go ahead and name whatever the source is going to be, and then you're going to click on add source. So I'm going to actually just put test on that, and we'll click on add source. Now from here, it's going to ask us where we want to capture. Now what's interesting is first and foremost, it's actually going onto display 1, which is where I moved my audio stuff back over and where my Streamlabs stuff is typically at versus what you're currently seeing here on screen. So if I actually move my overall thing back onto that screen, so this is actually my first monitor. And then if I tab back over to monitor 2, so I'm actually going to go ahead and move this over here. So these are the options I see over here. So the capture is automatic and it's currently set for display 1, but I can switch it over to display 2. I can also make sure I'm capturing the cursor as well. So if I want to give the example of showing display 1, I can do that and I will hit done. And now that is what's currently up there. And if I actually want to switch back over, I can go ahead and do that, but let me set this up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you there. So you actually see them overlaying each other, but now I can actually do a full recording, press the record button. Obviously, there's a few extra steps you want to keep on learning and practice before you do an official recording. So that way you don't accidentally do anything else by making those mistakes without having understood like how it all functions. Because you can see here, we have our display, which is what's currently the main recording, and then the new test one. So if I hide this, you'll see page one. You can actually see it underneath here too, because I normally have my screen's cropped a little bit, so that way it's with a nice little background as well too, which I was able to upload as well by clicking this source and kind of going through those steps as well. We do want to make sure that we have audio as well. So if you click on source here, you can go ahead and make sure you get your audio input capture. And again, this will tell you like built-in microphone if you're going from a laptop, USB mic, or any other type of mic. And you'll go through the similar process like we just did with the video or display capture, so that way you can make sure you have that added in there as well. And then you can go through the process of getting things recorded, so you can upload those things on YouTube or any other media that you want to go ahead and utilize. So one of the biggest things is I have some additional resources for you if you are somebody who's going to be recording videos, to be able to go ahead and post it like on YouTube, because that's where I love to post videos. So I'm going to have some resources in the show notes down below. Make sure you do check those out. And once you check those resources out, I'm going to have a video right over here on screen for you to learn next when it comes to actually recording on your phone. So that way you can make sure you use screen capture properly with a cursor, so that way you can see what's coming up. And I'll have that right here for you right now.